Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Zürich for today's daily challenge. Tunnels do not require road tiles, and some colors are just always gonna be circles. Fun! Poor little red car. Road disappeared right in front of his way. GPS was like, turn right at, oh shit, turn around. It's fine. Sunflare Space was here first. Good morning, Sunflare Space. Let's send these blues down here before they get any ideas. We definitely don't want our houses getting ideas. Don't want to cut this off with another spawn, so we get down there as quick as we can, and everything works out just fine. So yesterday, we talked about the head-to-head matchup between AEW Dynamite and NXT, where NXT was pulling out, as many promotional rabbits as they could, and AEW Dynamite was putting on a big show and having a bunch of good matches. Well, last night on AEW Dynamite, they had a bunch of really good matches. Also, they changed a bunch of titles in ways that could have happened, could have not happened, made total sense. Orange Cassidy won back his coveted international championship. That's cool and good and fun. Let's do this in order to get... Actually, we just need to do this, so... Doot. We're going to do this to get the yellow to hop up over to here and into there. Orange Cassidy won back his international championship. Hikaru Shida won back her AEW Women's Championship. Sunflare Space says a hearty fuck you to the Dutch government. That's not a thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, as far as I know. Why are we saying fuck you to the Dutch government? I mean, it's a Western European government, so there are probably reasons. Oh, there are definitely reasons, but what's our reasons? Also, we gotta get dark blues over to here, which is dicey. So, what's the best way to do that? I think the best way to do that, actually, involves a tightly situated roundabout. We have a tightly situated roundabout right about here. You reds can go off that way. Yellows can go off this way. We murder this road. We take these two, boop and boop, and swing. Nope. Okay, got one tile too far. There you go. Off like so into here. All right. Hold on. I sneezed so very violently. So after initially promising that student loans would never carry any interest at all, the Dutch government is raising student loan interest from 0.46% to 2.56%. I mean, that's bad. Screw you, the Dutch government. That's a bad thing. It would be unproductive for me to whine about the status of student loans in the United States. You will not be surprised to hear that it's worse. Screw you, comma, the Dutch government. It's bad. It's bad thing you should not have done. Also, the presence of this red circle means that we can hook this red down this way, and we don't actually need that roundabout anymore. It is a sad day when we can just obviate a roundabout like that, but, it's a good day when I can just use the word obviate like that, so I got that going for me. The bottom blue should go right, and then red can go around and under. So this could have gone there, the reds could have gone up that way. It all worked out fine. You go this way. This is a circle now. This is... Okay, well, hold on. If we pause, this is not a big deal. If we let anything happen before we draw this road right here, then we'll have problems. But we didn't, so we don't. So it's fine. Everybody go. Until 2016, there were no student loans. Oh, the Netherlands. Oh, the Netherlands, why are we taking lessons from the United States and capitalism in general? No. Turn left, the Netherlands. No. Oh. Curses. Curses and failures and pain. You hate to see it. Oh, God. I'm still sniffy. This red comes up this way. Doot, 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 doot. Kill this road. Fix this road. You come up that way, so we get a third house going this way. Thank you. Give me a motorway. CPI is a consumer price index. Price of a weighted average market basket of consumer goods and services purchased by households. Oh no! A steel chair made out of increased student loan interest, right in the spine of the Dutch church-going student people. Also the atheistic church people, who are probably more prominent in Dutchland. Not to be confused with Deutschland, which is Germany. Why am I the way that I am? It's a question to which I have no answer. We're going to draw motorway number 1 just until we get a bridge, because boy, this should really be a bridge. But it's not. It's a motorway. And it's fine. It'll be okay. A motorway is just a fancy bridge, after all. So speaking of steel chairs to the back, I don't think there were any of those on Dynamite last night. Huh. But there was a lot of fun, good wrestling on Dynamite, which is, like, it's kind of a given with Dynamite that you're always going to get fun, good wrestling. But it's, it's very nice and good when you get fun, good wrestling on Dynamite. Also, we can murder motorway number 1, which is everything I've ever wanted in life. Unfortunately, we're going to have to motorway these greens. Hopefully we can get a motorway up here, or at least here. I don't know if this little mountain hook is going to be in our way. So we'll find out together, I guess. This yellow circle is now a circle, which, okay, that's all right. Motorway number 1, can you, well, you can get exactly as far as I need you to go, not as far as I wanted you to go, but hey, everybody go. It is probably a universal truth that government benefits have not kept up with the cost of living. That is, after all, a practice of capitalism. They make it so that the government services are more and more ineffectual, so that eventually you can say, well, why don't we just get rid of these and hand things over to the private market? That'll be better for everyone. As Exhibit A to the contrary, may I present the NHS. But, for as uninformed and reactionary as my American communism is, which isn't actually communism, it's socialism, but it's still uninformed and reactionary, my European socialism is even worse. So I should probably shut the fuck up. Anyway, this red circle exists and doesn't have support, but it kind of also doesn't have friends to support it, so it's a difficult situation you find yourself in, red circle. I don't envy you. Let's send this red house down here, so at least you and you both have 2, which is something, I guess. Oh, mother of... damn it. Yes, I did just say mother of damn it. Alright. You are a dark blue. You exist. These are facts. What are we gonna do about these? This is true. Right-wing governments have taken over the United Kingdom and Australia. They're deliberately, intentionally trying to privatize most social services, including specifically healthcare, because capitalism. because they're jerks. This blue is going to snake its way up here, get into this business. Hopefully we'll get, like, some help for you at some point. That would be nice. But also, hopefully we'll get more reds just everywhere in general. And that doesn't appear to be happening. Hulkamat is a Goog. Yes, he's only a Goog. And he's sitting here on Capital Hoog. Wait a second, don't Hoog the Goog. How dare you? What are you thinking? Alright. We got more light blue spawning up here, which is, I mean, in a vacuum it's fine, but we don't exist in a vacuum. We exist in a world wherein this light blue exists. If we existed in a vacuum, we would die. Problems. What are we gonna do about all of the problems? There are so many. Whoosh. Here, let's whoosh our... Yeah, we'll send you down this way. Ow, pain. Maybe better go this way? Maybe better go this way. Better go this way. You come out here. Boop, 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 boop. Straight through the... Nope. Boop, 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 boop. Straight through the tunnel. There. So now the three of you come down here, service that. The three of you stay over there, take care of that. That's going to be okay. The student body in the Netherlands is mostly mad because student loans have only been a thing for like 6 years. And it was promised that they would never have interest. And it turns out they were lying. I wish there wasn't a running sub-theme of old conservative shitbags fucking over young people for the sake of their own enrichment, but, you know, old conservative shitbags fucking over young people for the sake of their own enrichment is kind of a key component of most folklore, to be honest. Okay. Listen, I think if you're capable of drawing a straight line with your mouse thing, you're okay. And on mobile, it's probably better. But you know, I'm just bad, and I get all wiggly. I will wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like me down this road. I forgot the words to the Wiggle song from the Wiggle musical, the name of which is Black Friday. I didn't forget. I just took until the end of the sentence to remember. Yeah. It's a new Star Kids show dropping on YouTube later this month, and I'm excited for it. You are going to go down this way. Yeah, we're just going to put a third dark blue house on this road. Make sure that this dark blue business is A-OK. See also this dark blue house. Now being on this road. Coming up over to here. Swinging in that way. Let's see here. We'll take... I have a bridge and I don't have a tunnel, so I should really take a tunnel. Just, you know, versatility, options. Give me choice pants. Alright. Give me choice pants is what the celebrity said to the designer when they wanted to make an impression with their trousers. Give me choice pants. Why am I the way that I am? It's a question to which we will never know the answer. I mean, the answer is childhood drama and pasta, mostly. You come over to here. You are a red business that exists, which is, broadly speaking, fine, actually, because we've got this this nice road right here, can hook down thusly, so the three of you will come support this. This business right here is fucking dying, which is a shame. I think what we're gonna have to do is acknowledge that these two houses just absolutely cannot keep up. So let's go this way and that way and right here, and we'll just, I don't know, roundabout these? Sure, we'll roundabout these. Bing, bang, boom, right there. What is the thing? The thing is tunnels are free. Well, once you have a tunnel, the road in it is free. And also, some colors are always circles. So your reds, yeah, all your reds are going to be circles. Your yellows, looks like your yellows are circles. Some of these started off as squares and became circles, like this one, but yeah. Also, this red situation sucks, so let's fix it. You and you come this way, you and you go that way, so now the reds go down this way. And we have 6 red houses on this road going down to this business, so that's good. You are a red that came into existence just now. That's great. That allows me to send a 3rd red over here for this. All my reds have at least 3 now. Hooray. I have another roundabout still, so we'll take a 2nd tunnel. This circle could, you know what I could do? What I arguably should do is should put this house on this road to go to this circle, and then take these 2 blues right here and just kind of sneak them in through here in tiny little tunnel pants. This tiny little tunnel will bing itself like so. There, you do that. You are a yellow house. That's really annoying given that I don't have any bridges. What are we going to do to get yellows to you, friend? Whine and complain about stuff? I mean, I'd love to whine and complain about stuff. My shoulders hurt in a way that suggests I might be dealing with an actual shoulder injury. That sucks. I don't want to do that. I've recently gotten back into playing Madden, and I want to change up my playbook because I keep calling the same goddamn plays, but the playbook interface in Madden kind of sucks, and I don't want to do that. I wish I had more money just in general, but I keep not having money. That sucks, and I don't want to do that. There's so many things about which I can whine and complain. All right. You, yellows, come down this way. We're going to have to, we've got a plan, okay? You're going to come here. You're going to come into this red for now. For the love of God, this is not my final answer. Meredith Vieira and Regis Philbin are not going to hold me to this. But for now, these yellows are going to come over here, jump onto this red road, go into the roundabout, come down here and service this business. Okay? It's just for right now. It's just for this. Unbelievable. Okay. All right, fine. Give me a motorway is just a fancy bridge. Give me a motorway. So being now in possession of a motorway, I can do this. We can take you, voop, voop. The 4 of you go down here. Good morning, Pepito. Pepito was here first, of course. Motorway number 2. You have a very important job. And that very important job is to come all the fucking way down here and service this business. There. That way we're not fucking with anything. You want to point up. I've got reds spawning right here, which tells me that, I mean, well, the answer is, like, they want to help this business, but they're spawning in such a way that they can't actually do that. So, yeeshi. Everybody go. These 2 reds have spawned in such a position that they literally can't do anything helpful, which is bad. Also, this is now a circle. You've gone circular, which fine. Got red spawning up here, which is kind of okay. I would really like it if I got another bridge because I can take all of these yellows off of this road and dedicate them solely to the pursuit and happiness of this circle, because all of this yellow traffic is going to bog down this roundabout. These 2 reds need to get to something. To what? I don't know. How are they going to do that? I don't know. No, I could yoink a motorway. I could could send these dark blues through here. You know, we could re-roundabout things, but hey, give me a tunnel. All right. Let's think about things. What if you came in here? You go that way. All of these blues come this way, right? What if all of these blues, you reds go that way? You're actually helpful now. I think by doing this, I may be causing a roundabout to come and kill everything. But let's say, for the sake of assumption, what if I'm not? What if it's actually fine to run 1, 2, 3 circles worth of entire traffic through a singular roundabout? Oh boy. OBS has disconnected. Mother of fuck. Motherfuck. Well, hopefully it's a Twitch thing. Also, I'm still recording, so we're gonna go. We're just gonna go. I can see in chat that I've disconnected, which is weird and bad, but okay, whatever. You, Red, go up this way. This is gonna come down here. OBS has stopped telling me that I'm disconnected. Does that mean I'm reconnected? I don't fucking know. Somebody redeem first. It's a new stream, isn't it? That's how this works. Oh boy, God, I need a bridge. I need a bridge or a motorway so fucking badly. This roundabout is immediately killing everything. Every single thing. Also, this red business is mad. This red business is dying. It's okay. It's all fine and good, actually. We're gonna pretend that it's okay, fine, and good, actually. Everything's fine. Here, you, point up this way. You're okay. You are a well-supported little circle. You can have a little bit more help down that way. M. Pizarro says GG, even though I haven't failed yet. Give me a bridge. Give me a bridge. A bridge solves everything. Every last problem is solved by bridge. Sort of. Kind of. Not really. Alright. But. By having a bridge, I can now draw this road right here to take this bridge up and over and around and in, and that's going to pull all of the yellows out of this roundabout. And by pulling all of the yellows by pulling many of the yellows out of this roundabout, we will rescue things from this terrible problem. And the fewer yellows we have in the bridge, the less we have to worry about things. That's how math, science, and business work, right? Right? Sort of? Not really, but... Oh, fuck, my shoulder hurts. Oh, if only I had already whined about that. That could have been a foreshadowing whine. Anyway... You, yellow, point up to that circle. You are a green business that exists. What can I do for you? Fuck all, actually. Like... I could run... Well, I've got a green... Are you a greenhouse? No, you're a light blue house. God, that's the most useless house for right there. I've got these 2 greens, I suppose. Hold on. You remember how road tiles in tunnels are free? Well, road tiles in tunnels are free. What if we have the longest and stupidest, and I can't draw straightest, but here, the longest and stupidest road in the history of roads. It is, ironically enough, a colossus of roads going this way. So now these 2 greenhouses service this business. Also, this red circle just dies. Damn it! Damn it and problems and crap. The roundabout that kills everything killed everything. even though I fixed it already. Curse you, roundabout that kills everything. All right, 1955 is still top 15. It is nowhere near Samurai Sam. Good Lord. Drop those Samurai Slams in the chat if you've got them. G-Bus 42. That's a big score, Sam. All right, let's get the Wordle window ready to go. Did I do that beforehand? Of course not. Is that because I sat down to my computer at 6:56? No comment. Oh, look, Wordle's already up. Good job, game. All right, you do that. You do that. It's just great. Everything's great. There is none of that there. Awesome. Superlative. Okay. Let's go with this. We're going to say it could be mound. It could absolutely be mound. It's not, but at the moment it could have been, and I've discovered things. Who'd have thunk it? It can't be thunk. It could be skunk. That's what it is. It's skunk. Ha-ha! I have solved the Wordle problem. Good job, me. Feel better now. All right. Now, close that Wordle suggestion thing. It was a guess. It was a hell of a guess. I was correct. Let's go to the Immaculate Grid. This is yesterday's grid. We've got Brewers, Blue Jays, Padres, Cubs, Giants, and pitchers who had 200 or more strikeouts in a season. Okay. Remember Pedro. Sadly, Pedro played for none of these teams. But hey, you know, it's all fine and good. A San Francisco Giant who had 200 strikeouts in a season is Tim Lincecum. Tim Lincecum almost certainly did that. Holy crap! I figured people would go to Madison Bumgarner for the Giants before they went to Tim Lincecum. But, Tim Lincecum, successful pitcher. Really good pitcher. Tore his arm to absolute shit. But hey, it's kind of what happens to pitchers. Even the really good ones. They tear their arms to absolute shit. Sigh. A Chicago Cub who had 200 strikeouts in a season is John Lester, I betcha. John Lester was really good when he was with the Cubs. People don't remember him because he was with the Red Sox, and he also wasn't like a strikeout guy. But, you know, strikeout rates are high enough and innings pitched are high enough that if you throw 200 innings for a 2010s team, you're going to get 200 strikeouts, which is what John Lester did for the Chicago Cubs. A San Diego Padre who had 200 strikeouts in a season. Now, that is a question. Mostly because it requires you to remember a good starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres, which is not a thing they've had a lot of, to be perfectly honest. Like, they've had guys have a good season, but also they play in a fucking canyon, so there's that. Mike Hampton? Mike Hampton was on the Padres? Oh, I guess Mike Hampton was on the Padres. Would he have gotten 200 strikeouts in the season? Yeah, I don't feel great about that one, Moose. I'm not saying we're definitely not doing it. I am saying we might think about it for a minute. Or 8. Let's see here. I don't think Blake Snell got there. You Darvish get there for the Padres? I know he signed with the Padres, but I feel like he's been hurt and or bad ever since being on the Padres. You Darvish would have fit for the Cubs. I would have felt more comfortable doing that for the Cubs, but not so much the Padres. Yeah, not Blake Snell, not you Darvish. I don't think James Shields was good enough when he was on the Padres. So, yes, good morning, Sam. You obliterated me today. Let's see here. Well, perhaps we can just move on and think about other stuff. So, for instance, a San Francisco Giant who played for the Toronto Blue Jays. That is a question. It's a good question, actually. Well, anyway, moving on. A San Diego Padre who played for the Toronto Blue Jays is... Son of a bitch, this is hard. Joe Carter was a Padre? I know Joe Carter, like obviously Joe Carter hit a, famous World Series winning home run for the Blue Jays. I know he also played for the Guardians before they were the Guardians, but I don't know if he was a Padre. I think I know that Dave Winfield was a Padre, but I don't know that Dave Winfield was a Blue Jay. The Padres and Blue Jays had a huge trade before the Jays championship seasons. Okay, that's good to know. On the other hand, the Jays championship seasons were 1991 and 1993, I think. Something like, no, they won back-to-back, didn't they? So they would have had to have won... was it 92 and 93? It must have been 92 and 93, which means Atlanta won in 1991, which, hey, good for them. They were good. Anyway, that doesn't sound right, though, that Atlanta won in 1991. Point is, guys I know got traded from the Padres to the... Ricky Henderson was a Blue Jay, wasn't he? There we go. That's a thing that tracks and makes sense. Atlanta lost to the Twins in 91. That's right. The Twins won it in 91, and then the Blue Jays won it in 92 and 93, and then the 94 World Series didn't happen because of the strike, and then Atlanta won it in 95, and then it was the Yankees, the Marlins, the Yankees, the Yankees, the Yankees, the Diamondbacks, the Angels, the Marlins, the Red Sox, the White Sox, the 2006 World Series was the Cardinals, the Red Sox, the 2008 World Series was the... Who beat the Tigers in 2008? Fuck, I don't actually think that... No, 2008 was the Rays and the Phillies, so it was the Phillies. Then 2009 was the Yankees. 2010 was the Giants, Cardinals, Giants, Red Sox, Giants. 2015 World Series was the Royals, Cubs. 2017 was the Astros, the Red Sox, the Nationals, the Dodgers. The 2021 World Series was the... Mother of fuck, I don't remember who won the World Series 2 years ago. Sam has told me that it was the Atlantans. Was it? Yeah, it was in 2021. And then last year, who the fuck won the World Series last year? Who the fuck won the World Series last year? Oh, it was Houston again. Okay. Well, Atlanta's already out of the playoffs this year, so good for Atlanta not winning the World Series. The city of Atlanta is a fine city filled with fine people, and the Atlanta baseball team scooped up their team and left. So, are they not out? I thought they got bounced. They're 1-1. So it could be Atlanta and Houston. Fuck that. Fuck that forever. So we just had a diversion. We got totally distracted naming every World Series winner from the last 30 years. Sorry. Oh, God. Now, let's, Ow. All right, so we've got... a Brewer and a Cub should be fairly easy. They're in the same division. They see each other very often. Presumably, one guy looks over at the other guy and is like, hey, do you want to be teammates someday? And the other guy's like, yeah. So, we do need a brub. We need a brub. Or a cooer, which sounds like a slur, so let's say a brub. We need a Bryant, too, but sadly, Chris Bryant fits the Cubs and Giants, but that doesn't count for this, and he was never a Brewer, so sad times. You know who was a brewer? Is B.J. Surhoff. You know what's not a fact? That B.J. Surhoff was a brewer. I don't think B.J. Surhoff was a brewer. I think he played for the Orioles, and that's it. He was born in Baltimore. He died in Baltimore. I don't actually think B.J. Surhoff's dead. I should shut up. Or at least move on to another discussion topic. Let's see here. Ben Sheets was never a Cub. Jamie Moyer was never a brewer. Wade Miley fits the square, so I should hit the Wade Miley. Was Wade Miley a Cub? I feel like Wade Miley was a Cub. I'm gonna click this button and discover whether or not Wade Miley was a Cub. Hey, Wade Miley was a Cub! Yay! B.J. Surhoff was a brewer. He does not fit these squares, which means he was never a Padre. Great! Let's see here. Robin Yount, as far as I know, was never a Padre. Christian Yelich was never a Padre. Juan Soto was never a brewer. Manny Machado was never a brewer. CC Sabathia was never a Padre. Craig Kimbrell was never a brewer. This is fun. Let's go back and forth. Joaquim Soria was never a Padre. Was he? Was Joaquim Soria a Padre? See, the thing is, when I say guy was never on team, I can immediately visualize the guy in that team's uniform, even if he's never played for the team. So I have in my head this mental image of Joaquim Soria in a Padres uniform, but I don't think it actually happened. I think I'm just conjuring images, which is bad for this game. It's not what you want. Anyway, Joaquim Soria was also never a Giant. Speaking of the Giants, Javier Lopez was never a Brewer, nor was he a Blue Jay. R.A. Dickey was never a Giant, nor was he a Cub. Kerry Wood was never a Blue Jay. Mark Pryor was never a Blue Jay. Roberto Alomar was never a Cub nor a Giant. Jeff Kent was never a Blue Jay nor a Brewer. Barry Bonds was never a Brewer. There are some famous dudes from the 1990s who were Padrewers. Well, let's think here. Tony Gwynn was never a Brewer. Ken Caminiti, as far as I know, was never a Brewer. He also never struck out 200 dudes in a season, but, you know, that's not what we're trying to remember here. Was Ryan Klesko a Brewer? I don't think so. I think he was a Padre. I know he was an Atlantan, but I know he was a Padre as well. Oh, fuck sticks. Who was famous in the 1990s, more famous than Ryan Klesko, who played for the Padres and isn't Tony Gwynn or Ricky Henderson? Trevor Hoffman was never a Brewer, was he? I don't think he was a career Padre, but I think he was like with other teams, and then he came to the Padres. They were in the 2000s too. So a guy whose career straddled the 90s and the double O's. That's what we should call the 2000s, by the way. Can we just call it the 20 double O's or something to separate it? All right, fine. Famous dudes, famous fucking baseball players from the 1990s and 2000s who played for the San Diego Padres and aren't Trevor Hoffman. There aren't that many of them. The Padres were not good. The Padres are at least interesting now, but the early 2000s Padres were not. They made the World Series in 1996, and then they fell into a goddamn coma for 20 years. It's probably not actually true. I'm sure some beautiful, lovely things happened in San Diego in the early 2000s, some of which, it turns out, involved famous baseball players who had also previously or in the future would play for Milwaukee. Good God. I feel very dumb. Why can't I think of... There was that dramatic one-game playoff in 2007. The only one do you mean the one where Matt Holliday never touched home plate? Oh, God. I didn't know that was the Padres. So, you know. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to be here all day. which is fine. I don't have a job assignment yet today. Matt Holliday is not eligible for any of these squares. I don't think he played for any of these teams, but we mentioned him. Roy Halladay also only played for one of these teams. He was a Blue Jay. He was very famously a Blue Jay. He was not a Cub or a Giant, so that doesn't actually help me that much. But, you know. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Jeff Kent was never a Blue Jay, nor was he a Brewer. I already did this for Javier Lopez. David Price was never a Cub nor a Giant. He might have been a Cub. Was John Lackey a Blue Jay? Now I can picture Dave Martinez saying John Lackey. Was John Lackey a Blue Jay? Pitched for the Angels, and then he signed with the Red Sox, and then they traded him to the Cubs. Then he went to the Cardinals, and then he hung around. No, I don't think he was a Blue Jay. I could be wrong, but I don't think John Lackey was a Blue Jay. And I'm more confident that David Price was never a Cub, and I know that David Price was never a Giant. R.A. Dickey was never a Giant. He was a Ranger, but that doesn't matter. God, this is hard. Famous dudes from the 90s and 2000s that I'm missing. Jesus. Is this famous dude a starting pitcher who struck out 200 guys in a season? Because I don't fucking know any of those for the Padres either. Stupid San Diego baseball team with your sand-colored, weird camo uniforms and exceeding military fetishism even by the standards of Major League Baseball. I have absolutely mentioned pitchers who fit. I mean, all that tells me is that James Shields struck out 200 guys in a season for the Padres one time, which I refuse to believe. I don't think that's actually true. There's one that I 100% know that should be obvious that I haven't mentioned. Really? Oh! Okay. Here we go. Here's a guy who was on the Padres and really good and a starting pitcher and therefore had to get 200 strikeouts in a season. Is 2013 World Series goddamn hero Jake motherfucking Peavy. Good. God. I got one. There. Now I need 4 more. Jesus. Oh, I wish I could just be wrong about something. If I was wrong about something, I could engage fuck it mode. But he's stupid grid being stupid immaculate. Okay, was there a third baseman who was a Blue Jay and a Brewer? I mean, in the fullness of time, probably. Blue Jays and Brewers don't cross over, but Padres third baseman do. I'm pretty sure Ken Caminiti was never a Brewer. I'm very confident Manny Machado was never a Brewer, because Manny Machado was an Oriole, and then they traded him to the Dodgers, and then he signed with the Padres. That's it. That's Manny Machado's team career. He got sent to the West Coast and stayed there because he's rich and can afford to stay there, and he gets richer by the day. It's a good life for Manny Machado. I would trade lives with Manny Machado, assuming I could take my friends with me, which isn't how these trade life gimmicks work, but you know what I mean. Stupid West Coast being more palatable and appealing and expensive. Anyway. God damn. Roger Clemens was never a Cub. Roger Clemens was never a Giant. Andy Pettitte never pitched for the Blue Jays. I mean, they also don't have much water, but that's a problem for future San Diego. Okay? We're not about building for the future here. We're about maximizing profit for the present, remember? We're charging interest rates to Dutch college students, damn it. Oh. Son of a bitch. Who in the fuck has ever in their life played baseball for the Milwaukee fucking Brewers? They don't actually exist. They're a lie. Robin Yount is a figment of the collective imagination. That's right. It all comes back to Dutch interest rates. Obviously. And yes, that is the title of the episode. Not just because it just occurs to me that I don't have a title for this episode. It all comes back to Dutch interest rates. Jesus. Man. Who in the hell has ever played baseball for the Milwaukee Brewers? Jeff Cirillo was never a Padre, was he? Was Jeff Cirillo a Padre? I don't think Jeff Cirillo was a Padre. Tony Gwynn Jr. was never a Brewer, was he? I don't think so. I know he played for other teams, but I'm actually not 100% sure he played for the Padres. It just makes sense that he would have, because he was bad, but also Tony Gwynn's kid, so he would have been cheap to acquire, and the Padres would have had reason to acquire him. I don't think Ben Sheets played for the Padres or Giants. I'm actually not 100% sure he got into games for anyone other than the Brewers. I know he tried for a while, but I don't think he ever did. Could be wrong about that. He could absolutely fit this top middle square, but I am not confident enough in that possibility to suggest it as true. I don't think Blake Snell was a Brewer. He was a Rays prospect, wasn't he? He just got, drafted or developed or whatever by the Rays, and then they shipped him off to San Diego, or he signed there. I think they traded him there. Actually, I think they traded him there and he extended there. But I could be wrong. They could have traded him to Milwaukee, for all I know. Closers and relief pitchers next. Craig Kimbrell wasn't Brewer, was he? Oh! Closers and relief pitchers. Hey! Here's an ultra shitbag who fits the top middle square. Look at that ultra shitbag sneer. That's an ultra shitbag with a sneer. But hey, we got there. Sam, please name every famous 2000s Padre I haven't already said. Gary Sheffield fits. Okay. Trevor Hoffman was a Brewer? I'll take your word for it. Turns out Tony Gwynn Jr. was a Brewer. Turns out I completely forgot that Greg Vaughn existed. It's a true fact about Greg Vaughn. Sometimes you just forget that he exists. Oh, he went to the Brewers after the Padres. Okay. Well, good for him. Got to spend some lovely time in Milwaukee after a career in San Diego, which is a choice that a person can make, but whatever. Speaking of Milwaukee people, did any of them ever play for the Giants? I mean, they might be, but I don't know. Jesus. CC Sabathia was never a Giant. Why do I always come back to CC goddamn Sabathia? Zach Greinke was never a Giant. Zach Greinke was never a Giant. I just said that. Matt Cain was never a Brewer. Buster Posey was never a Brewer. Brandon Belt. Oh, Brandon Belt. Ha-ha! I stumbled across a giant blue jay. Sounds like a thing that would get a write-up for the Audubon Society. But I found one. Okay, 2 more. We've only spent half a goddamn hour on this fucking grid, but it's still, it's still immaculate. Okay. I think Sam might have slapped his keyboard when he was typing there. But I know what you're getting at. Joe Carter was a Giant. Hey, Moose, you were right. Good Lord. How many more Giants can I name? Mike Yastrzemski was never a Brewer. He was a Ranger. Then they traded him to the Giants, and now he's a Giant. Dan Wilson was never a Giant. I also don't know that he was a Brewer. I don't think Jamie Moyer was a Giant. I already used Wade Miley. I don't think Wade Miller fits the square on either side. Now I'm just naming shitty Red Sox. Paul Bird doesn't fit the square. Here's a true fact about professional baseball. Paul Bird once started a playoff game for the Boston Red Sox. It didn't go well. Anyway, Barry Zito was never a Brewer. Well, he was a home brewer of sorts, according to Alyssa Milano at least, but anyway, Roberto Alomar was never a Cub. Chet Steadman was never a Blue Jay. Also, he's fictional, so there's that. I don't think Greg Kimbrell was a Blue Jay. Was Matt Williams a Brewer? I have no knowledge of Matt Williams on the Brewers. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying, like, the only thing I have to go on there is Moose suggesting him, which, yeah. I'm happy to be reminded of dudes, but if it's just whole cloth new knowledge. Also, sometimes people are wrong about stuff. Do we hit the Rob Nen button? Was Rob Nen a Brewer? He pitched for a lot of teams. Was one of them the Brewers? I don't fucking know. Was Rick Aguilera a Brewer? I don't think so. Brian Wilson was Brian Wilson a Brewer? See, I did it again. I was about to say Brian Wilson was never a Brewer, and then I got a very clear mental image of Brian Wilson in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform. So, I don't think that's actually true, though. I don't think he was a Brewer. Eric Gagne? Does Eric Gagne fit the square on either side? I know he was a Dodger. I know he was with the Red Sox. We already tried to remember Pedro. Pedro didn't play for any of these teams. God damn, Goog. You're making this harder on yourself than it has to be. Just pick a guy. Son of a bitch. Who was on the 2016 cut? Darwin Barney. Darwin Barney was a Blue Jay, right? I can very clearly hear Dave Martinez say Darwin Barney. Darwin Barney was a Blue Jay. Darwin Barney was a Blue Jay. Oh, God. One more. There's a button of mine that fits, but not an obvious one. Okay. Zach Greinke was a Brewer, but he wasn't a Giant. Andrew Miller, I don't think he fits the square on either side. LaTroy Hawkins might have been a Giant. I don't know that he was a Brewer. Octavio Dotel probably fits. Edwin Jackson probably doesn't fit. I don't think he was a Giant. Russ Ortiz. Was Russ Ortiz a Brewer? Fuck. Now there's the hopes and dreams of a tiny child riding on this. Do I dare put the hopes and dreams of a tiny child on the vague notion that Octavio Dotel might have pitched for the Brewers and Giants? Oh, that feels very flimsy. Son of a bitch. Okay. All right, let's see here. Who the fuck is on the Giants? I already said Mike Yastrzemski. It's not Mike Yastrzemski. Buster Posey is not on the Giants. Your Vit Torrealba, as far as I know, never played for the Brewers. Sal Fasano, as far as I know, never played for the Giants. Circle Master suggests that there's something in the air that night, and with the stars being bright, I should remember Fernando. Unfortunately, Fernando Tatis Jr. is a Padre. That's about all that I know. Darren Oliver might fit. Does Jesse Orosco fit? No. Does Mike Myers fit? Mike Myers fits. Submarining left-handed reliever Mike Myers. He fits the square, doesn't he? I'm not just making that up. I might just be making that up. There was a wee tad of AEW discussion. Dynamite was excellent. Everything I saw of NXT suggested that NXT was bad. That's unsurprising. I think submarining left-handed relief pitcher Mike Myers was on the Giants and Brewers. I know he was on the Red Sox and a bunch of other teams. Are the Giants and Brewers among them? I was wrong about stuff! LaTroy Hawkins would have fit. Andrew McCutchen fits? Fuck you. Andrew McCutchen does not fucking fit that square. Come on. Andrew McCutchen was a Giant and a Brewer? I don't think that's true. I think you're lying. I think you're actually lying. Who the fuck? Players who played for the Brewers and Danny Darwin. Okay, Livan Hernandez, I kind of see fitting. Oh my God. Can we sort this by like who the fuck is Jeffrey Leonard? Ray Durham, I remember being a Giant. Okay. Can I think of any of these guys? It's like, seriously. Bill Hall. Okay. Bill Hall. Royce Clayton's a guy. Fair enough. Are there pitchers? Maybe there are pitchers I should have had. I don't feel bad for not getting this so far. Who the fuck is Mike Caldwell? Left-handed reliever Will Smith. Okay. Sure. Fine. LaTroy Hawkins. LaTroy goddamn Danny Darwin Hawkins. Okay. Trevor Gott. Current terrible New York Met. Future former New York Met. Trevor goddamn Gott. All right, fine. You know what? It happens. It's not the end of the world. We move on. For instance, for the folks on YouTube, later today, there was a new episode of Detroit Become Human, I think? No, I think we wrapped up Detroit Become Human next week. What's the fuck am I scheduled on YouTube for today? Today's the 11th, so it'll be Final Fantasy VI. The penultimate episode of Final Fantasy VI is today for the folks on YouTube. For everyone on Twitch, come on back tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock Eastern, for Good Morning Mini Motorways. I'm going to throw up the end screen, and then we have a guided raid, so stick around for that. Bye!